Hey, good morning. Today's a road trip day. I got an empty seat. Why don't you come along? So it's January 26th. It's been a while since I've even had the van out. I came back from Ontario visiting my family something like December 6th, somewhere between the 6th and the 10th, I think. I had a doctor's appointment, and I can't remember when that was, but anyway, I had to get back for that. And when I bought the van, the previous owner, there's a lot of things that he said that he did that I don't think he did. But when I first took it for a drive, and he wouldn't let me, I didn't get to take it for a test drive. I just took his word for it. It looked like it was in good shape. He didn't have any insurance on it, so he wouldn't let me drive it. So it was kind of a goodwill kind of thing. Anyway, he's like, yeah, the winter tires make lots of road noise. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've had winter tires before on vehicles, and they make lots of road noise. So I drove it home. He was about 2 hours away, two and a half hours away from Edmonton. And on the way home, I'm like, yeah, those tires make a lot of noise. And my drive out to Ontario and back was a 10,000 kilometer round trip. And I was like, wow, still quite a bit of noise. Whatever, the tires are still great. Like, they're almost brand new. They were brand new, and then I put 10,000 kilometers on them. But when I got back, I noticed that my passenger side wheel bearing was kind of loose when I was doing some other work. And so that was one of the things that I did. Well, in the last month or so, or month and a half, I replaced the two front wheel bearings, and now I'm on the road, and sure, there's still a bit of road noise, but nothing like it was before. So it's the exact same tires and everything. The only thing that's changed is the wheel bearings on the front. The back ones weren't done, but it's so much quieter. Like, I got the radio and the heater turned off, and I can still hear myself, and I can still hear that squeak. Before, it was like I had to crank the radio up to drown it out. So what he classified as noise from the tires, the winter tires, was actually the wheel bearings on the way out. And I'm grateful that they made it there and back, and that it didn't burn out or break out or anything, because you're on the highway at 110 kilometers an hour, and for 4 days straight. And just very grateful that I made it back and there wasn't any issues, but definitely could have been, because when I left, the wheel bearings were nice and still snug. Like, I couldn't shake the tire, but when I got back, I could definitely passenger tire. The driver's side was still good, but I always replace bearings in pairs, so I had both of them replaced, and seems to be going great. Heading down to Canmore. Probably going to try to find somewhere to sleep between Calgary and Canmore. Had to stop in Red Deer, grab some food, some water, and a couple of little utensils and stuff at the dollar store. And I don't know if you can hear it. That squeak. I gotta get some felt pads or something and figure out where that squeak is. It's two pieces of wood rubbing together. One thing I figured I was gonna do during my build was I've seen some other people have issues with squeaky wood or joints, and I was gonna run strips of felt on all the joints that weren't screwed together. So, like, where the back wall touches the ceiling, where the tabletop touches the wall, stuff like that. But now I gotta play hide and seek and figure out where that squeak actually is. But I got another 50 minutes of squeaky, and then when I'm in Red Deer, I'm gonna pick up some felt pads at the dollar store, and then between Red Deer and Calgary, make a couple stops and figure out where that squeak is, because I've only been on the road for about half hour and it's already giving me a headache. And my little noises like that, any little noise, if the vehicle's making a noise, it annoys me. Also, it drives my anxiety crazy. Yeah, I gotta get that fixed. That's really loud. Anyway. I stopped in Red Deer at Costco to grab some gas and then go in and grab some groceries. When I parked to go grab groceries, there was a lot attendant outside with some carts, and he's walking by and he turned and glanced, and he goes, "Nice camper van." I'm like, "Thanks." And silence for a second, and then I thought about it. I'm like, look back. I'm like, "How did you know it was a camper van?" And he stopped pushing his carts and he looked back and he goes, "There's a red cooler bag in the back that I only can see through the passenger door window. All your other windows are blacked out. You can't see through your van." I'm like, I look at the van and like, good point. You're probably about 10 feet away and you can still see the orange. That one right there behind my seat. You can still see that through the passenger window over there. And so I'm definitely going to work on building that dark out wall right behind the seat. I picked up a couple things to do that. Well, mostly for at night, but now I'm just going to leave it up all the time. Just so people can't see in at all. It was kind of an eye-opener that the first person I talked to for the first trip in my van, that it's bang, just like that, identified. And I did everything possible to make it look normal, look stock. The only thing that kind of shows off would be the shore power plug on the passenger side back corner. And again, I do that differently next time. I probably will never run a shore plug again. I'll have a note on that later. It works fine, by the way. It's just, it gives it away. Stopped at Peter's Drive-In in Red Deer as well. Grabbed some dinner and one of their famous milkshakes. So I'm good to go for the night. When I'm down in Kananaskis or Canmore area and I need an overnight place to park the van for the night, there's no power or anything, but there is a traveler center. There's a Tim Hortons inside, right inside the gas station. Travel center, you can get some more information in that. Over here is truck parking, but along here and here is cars only parking, or personal vehicle parking only for overnight stays. So they do welcome it. Also in the truck stop, there is showers available. If you're not a trucker and you're not buying 1,000 liters of diesel fuel, you can have a shower for $10 that you pay for in the travel center. It's right behind the casino, just off the highway. And it's the Stony Nakota Resort and Casino. Right now in January, February 2021, it is closed due to COVID, but it's got a massive parking lot, and I've seen quite a few people just park in the parking lot. But it is right off of Trans-Canada on the way into Canmore. It's about 25 minutes up the road from Canmore, so it's perfect. There used to be a spot, or there is a spot, used to be, not technically legal, a spot behind Save On Foods in Canmore. You used to be able to stay there for free, overnight, all day, every day. They changed the laws a couple years ago and made it so you had to be out at a certain time, and they've changed the laws once again that There is no parking, no overnight parking there at all. Though while I was there recently, there was half a dozen RVs and many car campers all the way around Save On Foods in that whole parking lot. Now I don't know if they get in trouble at any point through bylaw, but I'd say it is a great spot to park. I'm going to show you where it is anyway, because it's right between a Canmore, or it's right between Canadian Tire. Here's Canadian Tire. Here's the Tim Hortons inside the Save On Foods. This whole back road right here, this is all gravel. People used to fill this with RVs all summer long, but not anymore. There is no overnight parking signs everywhere along that fence line. Where people have been parking recently is in this little section right here. There, and there's always vehicles scattered about in here. But it's a hot spot because you've got food, you've got a washroom, and you've got Canadian Tire as well for parts. So like if you need anything, you can get it in that little spot. But like I said, bylaw may be out and ticketing you or knock on your window to tell you to move. I'm parked for the night, but I need to prime my diesel heater since it's been sitting for a while. So you'll also be able to hear how loud it is when it's being primed. But I need to hold the OK button, the down button, and then H off, push up, H on. So if you can hear that, that's the fuel pump just sucking just a little bit of fuel at a time. Oh, there we go. It's going to sputter a little bit at first because it's got to get the little bubbles and whatever air out. So these little bars right here is the heat, the amount of heat that it's going to pump out, like low, medium, and then high. I think it's got 4 or 5 bars. I'm guessing it's going all out. I thought I turned it all the way down, but she looks like she's going for it. You can still hear the pump going ticky ticky ticky. Now, I'm not going to leave this running all night. I'm just getting it ready so I can turn it on in the morning. It's minus 14 right now, but I'll be pretty cozy. Switch this. It's 15 degrees in here already. I parked the van about 15-20 minutes ago. That's my battery voltage. I only have one car battery in the back, and that's all I have right now. I don't want to go out and buy anything, and I don't have the money for a lithium. So yeah, that's why I'm not going to run it all night long. Well, there's the heater. Now I just got to figure out how to turn down the heat. I've got the heater going. I got a nice slow breeze coming out of here. It's maintaining 14 degrees in here, which is super comfy for me anyways. I have it at the lowest setting of 1.4 hertz, and it won't go any lower. It can go higher, but I don't want it higher. I'm trying to conserve battery. But with it going at that speed, I'm at 11.5 volts. So hopefully that holds up. And yeah, that's it. It's not the correct time. I don't know what time it is. It's like 8 o'clock or something. I unhook the heater from the battery when I'm not using it, so this time resets every time. Just so that there's no chance of draining the battery at all. This little monitor stays on all the time if it's hooked up to the battery, and since I don't have a reliable one, I don't even want that little guy to drain it. So I'm going to keep it going while I'm getting my stuff organized for tomorrow. One of the things I found at Costco today is these little banana bread chocolate chip or whatever, muffin bars they call them. Yeah, banana chocolate chip muffin bars, but it's like a little tiny banana bread. I'm gonna try one right away. I got my apples, then also got these coconut ball things. They're pretty tasty. It's like a... can't remember what they're called. Anyway, they're like a little coconut ball. Picked up these guys. And some of these guys. Everything that's not good for you. I didn't grab any trail mix. But I grabbed stuff that I like to snack on while I'm hiking or running. It's not so much for nutritious eating, but energy. Those fruit bars I like, and usually trail mix I really like, but I forgot the trail mix. So I'll probably take a couple of these. Probably only going to be 3 or 4 hours out on each trail. There's the van. I'm just sitting on the floor so I can try to get a wide angle. My cooler bag, my bed, my cabinet, where is it? This awesome little heater that's giving me some heat. I'm not sitting down here to get warm. It's like toasty warm in here, but yeah, just sitting so I can try to get some sort of angle. My day bag and stuff for tomorrow. I'll fill my water up in the morning. Some apples and snacks over here, but one thing that sucks is I grabbed a box from Costco. I gotta find somewhere to bring all my stuff out, and now I gotta find somewhere to get rid of it. The thing is huge. It takes up most of my space. Anyway, I'm gonna try one of these little banana bread. The school safe banana bread things. And it's on selfie mode, so I'll read backwards anyway. This is my kind of late dinner. Not gluten-free, I can tell you that. I don't think they are. If they are, they taste pretty good for gluten-free. No, free from peanuts, dairy, and tree nuts. Contains eggs, soy, and wheat. They're pretty good. Should have bought them in a box. I haven't seen them there before. And they're kind of on an end cap, clearing them out. Each one's got 140 calories. 11 grams of sugar minus 1 fiber. So yeah. Lots of sodium, 105 milligrams of sodium. A little bit of potassium, calcium, and iron. They're good. Clean enough. So, if I took only these, if I ate one an hour, I'd give me my calories. So I consume about 150 calories an hour. So when I'm running, I try to eat every 15 to 20 minutes. When I'm hiking, I just eat when I feel like it. Some of that portion of it is hard. I need a garbage bag. Oh well. That's a tomorrow problem. One of the other things I picked up are these. Oh, you can't read it. They're from Costco. This is what the bag looks like, but they're dark chocolate almond butter cups, and they come in these itty bitty packages. Like they're addicting because they're so small. They're like 1.25 inches in diameter and maybe 3/8 of an inch thick. They're not very big, but they're delicious. I probably shouldn't be eating them right now. But that little hockey puck is 80 calories. So again, if I eat 2 of those an hour, I'm good. Fruit source bars. I actually like to snack on these even in the heat. One bar is 120 calories, so I usually only eat half a bar every half hour. Again, I'm shooting for that 150 calories or so. So maybe every 20 minutes I might have half a bar. When you're running, it's really almost impossible to eat an entire bar. You gotta take little nibbles off of it and chase it with some water. But it gives you a little bit of flavor and a little bit of sugar. Yeah. Anyway, fruit source bars. I know you can't really read the box because the phone's in selfie mode, so that I can see me in the screen. Anyway, they're good. That is called dark chocolate almond butter cups burp. Still tastes good. And I still need a garbage bag. Oh, I got the box. So the bag it came out of, and it goes back in. And there you go. Alright. Good, mate. Yeah. Find something else to do.